Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hamler now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Lindsey, the ball carrier. Kamu Brugier-Hill on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lock into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie, Brandon Jones, picks it off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Lock with a quick throw out to Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
3rd down and 2.
Third and 2. Lock's going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
I'm going to come back to you.
Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, Lock forced out to his left. Touchdown, Broncos.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Dolphins 7. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Check down to Breida. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
Now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 2.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. Now it's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's forced out of
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. On 2nd down, Tua. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to pass, Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
44's the mark. 44's race stone trap. Race stone trap. Check.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it right there.
coming up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From midfield, here's Tua. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
On 1st down, here's Breida. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Down at the 20-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Tua going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Another nice job there defensively. They've had it bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give them a chance to break off a big one.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2. Here we go.
Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for... And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. Ben, by 7, let's go. Mike 51, Mike 51. Go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Goes back to Sutton. This time completes it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Locke. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Noah Igbenogany. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Part of the nice draft haul that Miami had in the 2020 draft. He was the last of their 3 first-round picks. Former Auburn Tiger began his career there on the Plains as a wide receiver and then switched over to defense. And I think he brings some of those receiver skills along with him. Raw talent, but the Dolphins definitely hope he becomes a reliable option on the corner. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Oh, now Breida loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
38-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Breida. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
3rd down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Hamler now to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Jones brought him down.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lock working out of the gun. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
41-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. Double-digit sacks in 7 of his 9 seasons in the NFL. And when he finished the 2019 season, 2nd in total sacks in NFL history among active players, behind only Terrell Suggs.
Escapes the sack. And the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning it, here's Hamler. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Shakes off the sag. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
throwing on 1st down is Lock. That's going to be caught. And they are able able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Locke looks to throw it again. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Locke again. He'll have a first down past the 40. He completes this to Sutton. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Locke now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Courtland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Lining up for the
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams.
Oh, no, he lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess. When
that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
22.
Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Clock again here on 2nd and 10. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. So don't say nothing.
One final try for Locke. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Today's final score, Dolphins.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Miami, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
She-Rag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Name, I like your respect. Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb, came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes, faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with me. Say so what you gon' do? Stop playing.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed.
can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting, I ask, can I? Before I went live, ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light year just to catch my buzz. These right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about love. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?